Point after here coming up.
For the point after.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Vikings nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Third down.
Throwing on third and long. Callahan is going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and 10. Callahan. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Cameron Jordan, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
37-yard line.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing on third and long. Callahan. Tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Derrick Henry. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And it's Ha-Ha Clinton Dix with a pick. And this
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Callahan. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
2-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Callahan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Ball carrier.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A toss right to Henry. Able to slither by. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Henry with a run on 1st down, but he's not going anywhere as he'll get to him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
on play action. Haskins. 46-yard line. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okuda. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Decker. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 59 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Lining up for the point after.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because 1-play drive where you throw an interception. A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Derrick Henry with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Bears 21, Vikings 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on a deep...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. T.J. Green with a pick. And they will score a pick six for the Bears touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Callahan. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Operating from the gun, Callahan. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
28, Vikings 14.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the gun, Callahan. Flush to his right. It's the right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. To throw again, Callahan. And the connection there, it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Callahan. That's complete right around the 8. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Bears.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Michael Batchley.
It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. It's got to be priority #1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up
when you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
50-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now it's Henry. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 34. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Haskins on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And his kick is right through.
The score, Bears 35, Vikings 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Bears 42, Vikings 21. Joey Sly set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try. They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Callahan. Dancing to his left. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20.
Oh, we got plenty of
10,
fight, baby.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bears 49, Vikings 21. Joey Sly set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Callahan is going to let this one go deep. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Callahan. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And now here's another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick six there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams. Because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Callahan. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Callahan. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On 1st and 10, Callahan. Short pass caught by Henry. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And they'll turn a power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
Set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Callahan, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Callahan. This complete to Henry over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, Callahan. And then here's another interception. Picked up by Grant Delpit. he was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On second down, here's Henry. And his second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
To throw on third down, Haskins. Room here to run. Now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. My goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Gandy Golden.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Here's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Badgley on for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter.
Vikings 28. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because this is exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
First down, Bears.
They go play action with Haskins. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jannard Avery able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Second down, Haskins. And now here's another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Callahan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Haskins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Haskins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay, because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. McCaffrey, with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
The ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Again, it's Henry. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock rolling down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And his throw here's incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Callahan. That is caught at the 7. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, Callahan. His pass caught at the 4. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A 4-yard loss.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Flushed out right. And now here's another interception. Picked up down at the 2. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Clean the house, baby.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing after the interception. Callahan. And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up
on 2nd and 9. Haskins. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
To Anthony Miller.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah.
What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Callahan. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Operating from the gun, Callahan. And be intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively, quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that's complete to Gandy Golden. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
33-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Callahan. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, Callahan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Haskins going to try to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gandy Golden that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. moving in. Callahan. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Bears 84, Vikings 35.